Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly, and this week going up against the Rams, and it's looking like it's gonna be backups versus backups, which to most 49er fans, well, not most, but a lot of 49er fans, they'll probably tune out of this game because it really doesn't matter as far as, playoff seeding, at least for the 49ers. But because of this, because we're playing our backups, there's one thing that we're going to be able to see, and that's a lot of our young players, a lot of young talent out there that really hasn't had that much playing time because this team is stacked. It's really top heavy. So we're going to be able to see a lot of these young guys go. And one guy, my favorite dude in the draft this last year is Robert Beal. And we got a little nugget right here from David Lombardi. He tweeted this on the 28th, which this was before we knew that we were going to have a first round bye. And this is what he says. One observation from 49ers practice. Chris Kasarik has seemed very pleased with rookie edge rusher Robert Beal Jr.'s get off during drills. That may not be a huge on-field dividends. That may not pay huge on-field dividends this season due to the loaded roster, but Beal is developing behind the scenes. Now, it's true, man. Robert Beal really hasn't had that opportunity because that pretty much is our strength, the D-line. And he played a little bit in Arizona when the game was out of hand. I think like one drive, two drives at the end in garbage time. But now, this game right here against the Rams, the second half, I'm putting his ass out there almost all of the second half to see what we got. The fact that he's even on this team proves that in practices he was playing out of his mind because they pretty much said, Drake Jackson, sorry, man, you're not coming back at least this year. And I mean, that's the guy I'm looking for. There's a few other dudes I'm looking to see, but Robert Beal, if somehow he does go off, say he gets a sack or two, I think they will use him in the playoffs. But he's got to do it this week, He's got to do it this week because he's shown it in practice. The only reason he's on this team right now, I mean, as far as on the 53-man roster, is because he balled out in practice when they opened that 21-day window for him. So if he does his thing this week against the Rams, live action, because remember, he didn't even get played preseason. He was out. No one even knows who the heck about him, anything about him, because he got hurt, I think, OTAs, and then training camp the first week. He had that nice sack one-on-one against Trent Williams where he wasn't touched. And then after that, it just disappeared. Completely just went off the face of the earth. No one really heard about him. No one talked about him. However, there's been some buzz, going around these past few weeks. We heard Steve Wilks actually call him by name. It's like, man, he was like, these young kids, man, what a job these scouts are doing, because there's some studs out here. And he mentioned Robert Beal. He actually mentioned Darrell Luter Jr. So hearing that from Steve Wilks, who is a no-nonsense guy, that just tells it like it is. We heard him in the offseason, he was just straight up just saying how it is, how some guys need to step up. And from him saying that about these rookies, I was pretty pumped up, man. So it should be interesting to see how he does, because I know he's going to play. I would like to see also guys like Jalen Graham get quite a few snaps. Obviously, he said Darrell Luter Jr. There's a few other guys out there too. Even the veteran, man. I would like to see Darrell Luter Jr. on one side and Jason Verrett on the other side, just because we saw one play of Jason Verrett. He gave up that touchdown, and a lot of people are like, oh, he should be cut, this and that. It's like, dude, the guy Lamar Jackson had like 3 seconds in the pocket, 4 seconds in the pocket. Then he rose to his left, and then that's when the receiver comes up, and then he catches the ball. It was like a 9-yard touchdown pass. But Jason Verrett had really good coverage for the first, 4, 5 seconds, and then when Lamar does his thing, he rolls out. That's when he's the most deadly. And I think Jason Verrett, he deserves that chance, especially this week. Give him a chance this week. But going back to Robert Beal, man, to me, that what David Lombardi says, that quick get off. Which guy on our team, who everyone's trying to compete with, when they do the one-on-ones, do on the get off, who always wins for the most part? Take a guess. You know who it is. It's Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa always has that quick get off, and they're always doing that thing with the, I don't know exactly what it's called, with the stick, and then they have the get off, the two guys right there going. Nick Bosa's always winning, and then when he doesn't win, it's all over Twitter. It's all over. Oh, so and so beat Nick Bosa on the get off. What? Like, that's crazy. So Robert Beal, the fact that he has that quick get off, that's huge, especially for an edge rusher. That's what Nick Bosa, that's what he thrives on. That's what makes Nick Bosa so great, man. He has that quick get off, that quick burst, but then he has other stuff. He has a strength, the power, everything. Robert Beal, man, if you watched him in Georgia, he had that quick get off, and he was freaking powerful, man. He would push dudes around. Number 33, man. I said this before in another video. That right there, that guy at Georgia, when I first watched their games, I would always be like, who's number 33? Like, this guy, to me, he was the guy that stood out the most. Like, he stood out the most. Like, I didn't know what he was. I didn't know if he was a safety, because that number, what was he? But once I found, oh, this guy's a defensive lineman. What the hell? How is he so freaking fast? And he was fast. He would, what was he, like a 4.5 guy? He was like a fast dude, man. And you really didn't see that a lot. You see it now a little more. But remember when Clowney, when he got that 4.5 speed, and then everyone's like, it's over. It's over. This guy's the first pick in the draft. He's the first pick in the draft. But I love it, man. I think that this kid right here, if he has this game, and I think he can, man, I really do think that we're going to hear his name called, like, for a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, a few tackles, a sack. And if he does do that, there will be some playing time in it for him in the playoffs. Like, I think they're going to give him reps. Take a few from Gregory, who hasn't lived up to expectations, in my opinion. Take a few from Farrell, who, to me, honestly, I'll be honest with you with Farrell. I don't want to bash him. He's not a bad player, but he's not a great player. To me, he reminds me of the same player from Oakland when I saw him with the Raiders. So, we'll see what happens, man. But to me, I'm excited. I really think that's what I'm going to watch right there. That's the one thing I'm going to be watching this week. Our young guys, and especially Robert Beal, because he's going to get his opportunity this week. And if he doesn't do anything, hey, this is his damn rookie year, and he's coming off the injury. Like, I'm not going to be tripping out here saying, oh, this guy's a bust or whatever. I still think, regardless, he's going to be the best player in this draft class. And it looks pretty good, man. I mean, Moody, we all know he missed that kick, but he's doing pretty solid. Jair Brown, he's a solid player, and he's just going to get better. He's a rookie. Obviously, some rookie mistakes. It happens to every damn rookie, but he's a solid-ass player, what we see. But, man, Robert Beal, I think he's going to have that pass rush ability. I think he's going to bring the pass rush, man. So I'm pumped up this week. I'm pumped up. Like, I know seedings don't matter, whatever, but if this kid performs this week, give him 10, 15 snaps to get after that damn quarterback. Whew, that's just going to be add another weapon. Why not? Why not have another fresh legs out there? A dude that's 2 national champions, one of the best players on his team. Wasn't the highest draft pick because, had some injury issues, but it's got the speed, got the film, good against the run. Oh, man. Pumped up, man. Pumped up. So, that's someone to keep an eye on, man. So check him out, this Sunday, because, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's officially hunting season. So let's go, baby. All right. I'm out. Peace.